Ayato never experienced the unconditional love that a child should receive from their parents. Whatever small gestures of affection or kindness his mother showed him were always tied to conditions. Her love depended entirely on his usefulness to her. She even went as far as to tell him that if he wasn't the best, she didn't need him as her son. This was the most painful form of rejection he could face. Because of this, Ayato doesn't understand the concept of unconditional love. He's never known what it means to care for someone without expecting something in return, because his family only taught him that love was transactional. Yet, this doesn't mean he's incapable of feeling it. When Yui is brought into the Sakamaki household because of her blood and her ties to them, Ayato's true desire isn't her blood, it's her love and acceptance. Deep down, he longs for the love and approval that he was denied by Cordelia. This is where the idea of Yui being a maternal figure to Ayato comes in. In their relationship, Yui is clearly the more mature one. She often finds herself taking care of Ayato and giving in to his childish demands. When he seeks comfort from her after a nightmare or asks her to stroke his hair, his actions mirror the vulnerability of a child seeking solace from their mother. But it's not just about Ayato needing a mother figure. It's about him feeling safe enough to let his guard down around her. This shows the depth of his trust and reliance on her. With his brothers, Ayato constantly puts on a front as the arrogant Osama, always trying to prove his strength and dominance. He can't afford to show any signs of weakness around them. In the past, he couldn't show vulnerability with Cordelia either, as she would harshly punish him for appearing weak. To her, failure and tears were unacceptable. That's why it's so significant that Yui is the only person with whom Ayato allows himself to be vulnerable. She encourages him to be honest about his feelings, even if he doesn't always listen, and remains patient when he lashes out. Some might see her patience as passivity, but it's important to understand that Ayato has never had anyone care about his emotions before. He keeps testing her boundaries because, for the first time, someone lets him. Yui doesn't mind Ayato's immaturity most of the time. In fact, when she talks about the Ayato-kun that she loves, she's referring to his playful, mischievous nature. The only time his behavior becomes an issue is when it puts them in danger. Beyond her own safety, Yui is genuinely concerned about Ayato. She often wonders why he's so obsessed with being the best, showing that she looks beyond his bravado and truly wants to understand him. There's also a theory that Yui herself craves love and acceptance, which is why she tries so hard to please the Sakamakis. While this interpretation might seem harsh, Yui consistently proves herself to be a strong and selfless character. She genuinely wants to understand Ayato and stand by his side as his equal. If her only desire was to earn his love, she could easily submit to everything he does without question, but she doesn't. In the Heaven epilogue, Yui reflects that if Ayato is haunted by his past, she wants to save him. In all three of Ayato's endings, Yui makes difficult choices because her priority is his happiness. Her willingness to face difficult truths is why Ayato respects her so deeply. Ayato values Yui's opinion of him more than anyone else's. Her approval means everything to him because it symbolizes the acceptance he was denied as a child. That's why her rejection hurts him so deeply. He interprets it as proof that he still isn't good enough. He is haunted by the past, by his memories of being a powerless, always crying child.